And ladies and gentlemen, that is Glacier Peak. High property crime area. Okay. This is it. July 27th, 2026. We are on Glacier Peak Trail. We're going to White Pass and White Mountain, hopefully to get some views of Glacier Peak. And then we're going to head out. It's going to be a 22-mile day hike. The beginning of the trail looks like this. You're walking in the woods, tall trees. We got some berries here. I don't know what these are. Oh, these ones are interesting. Uh-huh. There is wood smell, a very pleasant wood smell all over the place on this trail. We're almost 4 miles into the trail. Here we can see some trees are growing out of rocks. Never seen such a thing before.
Rock tree.
Yeah, what is this? Okay. We took a break at mile 5, 5.2-ish. Above 3,000 feet, the trail gets steeper. We have about 5 miles to White Mountain and 4,000 feet of elevation gain, pretty much, more or less. If it's cloudy, we're gonna just go to White Pass and just turn around. But if it's sunny and we think we can see Glacier Peak from White Mountain, we're just gonna go to the top of White Mountain. 7 miles, 4,400 feet. Wow, these flowers. Eight miles in, the elevation is 5,250 feet-ish. So this is where you get to see this view. We have to go up here to get to the pass. At 5,250 feet, finally, I get the view I was waiting for. It's spectacular. We saw 2 marmots. Now we can see an eagle. I think that's an eagle over there.
What? Oh yeah.
That's an eagle.
Could be.
I'm at 8.5 miles into the trail. 5,500 feet of elevation. This is Sloan Peak. Look at this view. Unbelievable. Over there. Wow. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I think that is Mount Stewart. Here. Almost 9.5 miles. We're very close to the pass. Marmot here in the trail. Okay, keep going. One over there. Okay, I get it. Pass might be here, this area. We are at the pass. It's very beautiful. If you want to go to White Mountain, you have to take this route. It's not a main route, so you have to kind of find your way though. This is White Mountain. trail to White Mountain is not a paved trail, it's kind of like this. And it's pretty steep. At least the beginning of it is pretty steep. You have about 1,000 feet of elevation gain from the pass to the top of the mountain. Okay, we are at 6,400 feet. This is White Mountain. We got about, a good 600 to 800 feet to top of that thing. It's pretty steep from here. It is doable though. Okay, this seems to be the steepest part before we get to White Mountain. Okay, we're traversing from the left side of that steep part. That's at least what the trail shows. And we saw this bird here. We made a traverse from this side to get back on the ridge. But I think actually there's a way to stay on the ridge. We'll know when we get down the mountain. That seems safe, so we took that one. And we got on the ridge as soon as we could. This part of the route to the summit is okay. Not a big deal. However, it looks windy on the summit. It's 1:06 p.m. July 27th, 2026. Getting to the summit of White Mountain. And ladies and gentlemen, that is Glacier Peak. That's what I wanted to see. I expected the top to be socked in, but this is still pretty good. That's the closest I can get to Glacier Peak. Wonderful. Look at all these mountains in the Cascades, North Cascades. Over there, Sloan Peak. We saw Mount Stewart over there. Wonderful. The pass is here. Incredibly beautiful. The pass was amazing. Okay, it's July 27th, 2026. I'm on top of White Mountain. Going from the White Pass, it's about 1,200 feet above White Pass. White Pass is down there, so you can see Glacier Peak behind me. This is a day hike that you can do to see Glacier Peak. Most of the time, if you want to get this close to Glacier Peak, you have to basically just do a backpacking, or you're going to do an overnight. But this way you can actually get close to it. Okay, my friend's making it too. There you go. You made it.
We did it.
All right, good job, buddy. Woo. Look at Glacier Peak.
Holy moly. Wow.
Yeah, we have never seen it this close before. As a day hike. So we did about 10.5 miles, almost, more or less, to White Mountain. This is White Pass. We're gonna have our lunch at White Pass. It's gonna be a 21-mile day hike. Okay, we're coming down the mountain. I'm going to show you this part one more time. I told you that we went from the left side of it. On the way down, you can actually do the direct route this way, but it's more exposed. There are loose rocks, so I would say go from this side. When you come down, also come down from this side, go up from this side, and come down from this side. It's safer. It's about 1 minute slower, so I think it's definitely worth it, 1 minute, to be safer. Hey, we are heading down the mountain. Incredible hike, round trip, 21 miles. I gotta tell you one thing, the area is spectacular, no question about it. Very beautiful hike. White Pass, out of this world. If you want to do White Mountain to see Glacier Peak, as we did, I recommend it, but you got to be careful. The trail is not a paved trail. It is very steep, especially closer to the top. It becomes very, very steep. So just be careful, have poles. You should be good. The views are fantastic. We had a nice lunch at White Pass. We're heading back home. So we are back at the trailhead. 21.5 miles round trip. 13 hours and a half. We spent at least about 2 hours at least for breaks. 1 hour at the pass. We had a good break on the top also. So yeah, at least 2 hours for breaks and 13 hours and a half total, including the breaks and everything. 21.5 miles.